6 wives, 2 beheaded, 1 survived. King Henry VIII's love life wasn't just the stuff of gossip, it reshaped a nation. Religion, royalty, betrayal, ambition. The 6 women who married England's most infamous king each had their own extraordinary story. Let's dive into the turbulent lives and fates of Henry VIII's queens. Catherine of Aragon was Henry's first and longest marriage. A Spanish princess originally married to Henry's older brother Arthur, she became queen in 1509. For over 20 years, Catherine ruled beside Henry with dignity and strength. But there were 2 problems: no surviving male heir, and Henry's love for another woman. Only their daughter Mary lived to adulthood, and the king was infatuated with the woman who'd become his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Obsessed with continuing the Tudor line, Henry sought a way out, claiming their marriage was invalid. When the Pope refused to annul the union, he took matters into his own hands, severing England from the Catholic Church. Thus began the English Reformation. Enter Anne Boleyn. Clever, confident, and controversial. She refused to be just another mistress, and Henry was smitten. Their secret courtship turned England upside down. Anne became queen in 1533 and soon after gave birth to Elizabeth, the future queen. But, like Catherine before her, she couldn't give Henry the son he craved. Whispers of adultery and treason, whether true or politically convenient, sealed her fate. Just a day after Anne's death, Henry was engaged to Jane Seymour. She was gentle, obedient, and everything Anne wasn't, at least in Henry's eyes. In 1537, she did what no wife before her could, gave Henry a son, Edward. England rejoiced. Henry called her his true wife. But the joy was short-lived. Complications from childbirth claimed her life just 12 days later. Edward would also become sick at a young age, dying less than a decade into his reign, after his father's own passing. Looking to strengthen ties with German Protestants, Henry agreed to marry Anne of Cleves, sight unseen. But when she arrived, the king was horrified. Calling her the Flanders mare, Henry claimed she looked nothing like her portrait. The marriage was never consummated and lasted just 6 months. The union was so short that Anne wasn't even crowned queen consort. Young, beautiful, and just a teenager, Catherine Howard was Anne Boleyn's cousin. Henry, now 49 and bloated, was entranced by her youth. She had gotten his attention upon securing a spot in his and Anne's house. So when she and Henry split, Catherine was right there to take her seat next to him. But the queen had secrets. Numerous affairs angered Henry, who swiftly took her crown upon learning the news. As with Anne Boleyn, he had Catherine beheaded on the grounds of treason, marking yet another wife to meet their end for slighting the king. Last but not least, Catherine Parr. Intelligent, widowed twice, and more nurse than bride, she managed to care for the aging king, reconciled him with his daughters, Mary and Elizabeth, and even acted as regent while he was away. A secret Protestant, she nearly faced arrest for her beliefs, but talked her way out. After Henry's death, she remarried for love, but her story, like so many of the others, ended in tragedy. Similar to Jane, Catherine died as a result of childbirth, having fallen ill after giving birth to her only child, Mary Seymour. 6 queens, 6 destinies. Henry VIII changed the monarchy, the church, in the course of English history. But the women who stood beside him left their own legacy. Behind every royal title was a woman navigating power, pressure, and peril. Which queen do you think had the most tragic or triumphant story? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more HerStory videos that bring the past to life.